Hi, I'm Flynn.
Shraya.
Ceallach.
March.
Olma!
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you guys had left an abandoned bakery in the slums of Addersfeld. You guys had captured a foe that you guys had determined to be Kerr the Beast, who had a bit of a history with Olma and March. You guys kept him captive within the basement of this bakery, and after staving off the likes of a tiefling, you guys had moved up to the street level and began your way back to the Ironlight Castle. On your way back, you guys had disguised Kerr as sort of a drunken mishap as March threw him over her shoulder, and you guys took him to the Ironlight Castle. You guys approached the castle, and Flynn let you guys in, and you guys met with Melleru Cardinal once again, this time the entire crew being there, not just Flynn and Shraya. You guys walked into the room, and when Melleru put up some sort of wall of force around the room, she approached Olma and March, and after a bit of spellcasting, she determined that you two were in fact not possessed by demons, as the reports had shown, but you guys were just normal human and Goliath. After a bit of conversation about this mishap and about this misunderstanding, you guys had begun to inquire about these crystals that you had to Melleru. You guys had determined that they are sort of prison crystals, that souls are being held within them, and that when they shatter, there's a chance that that soul is released into a nearby body, and there's also a chance that the soul is destroyed. Melleru called for Chath, the giant dragonborn, Flynn's teacher, and he came in the room, and with a swift punch across the face, he took Kerr the Beast out of the room, and you guys don't know where he's going with him, but they just left the room, hitting Kerr's head on the doorframe as they left. Chath having left the room, you guys stand there as a party with Melleru. Shraya is actually staying outside of the room. Shraya, you see this dragonborn walk into the room and walk out with Kerr. So, with that, Melleru stands there, standing tall, perfect posture, as always, hands clasped behind her back. And she says, well, now that that's taken care of, is there anything else that I can do for you all?
What are you doing with him? Where are you taking him?
He will probably just go down to the dungeons down below for interrogation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Is there a bounty on him?
Not him in particular. But there is more of a overarching bounty for anyone who comes from Hollow Guard.
Terrible people, those Hollow Guard people.
Yeah, absolutely awful.
Aye, we'd never dream of consorting with the like.
Never.
Not one bit.
So is there anything else I can do for you?
Well, what would I do now?
This outstanding bounty, how do I collect on that?
If you would like to collect on that, how much do you think he's worth?
Well, he's really big, so, let's see. If he's worth his weight in gold, that's a lot of gold. But I would settle for like 50 gold pieces, because it was very, very difficult to collect him, and if we didn't have March to hold him, how would we have carried him all the way over here? So
50 gold pieces seems sufficient, as he's not a major player. But I think I can make that work. And she walks over to her desk, and with a quick flick of her fingers and a little arcane spell popping out, one of the bottom drawers opens up, and she goes in and she collects and she counts out 50 gold pieces, puts them in a pouch, hands them over to you guys.
I take it.
Okay.
And I turn to March and I whisper, I should have asked for more.
I'm gonna give a very, very very, very proud level of that's Olma, yeah. Well done.
So what do I do for the next part of my training?
You do exactly what you have been doing for your training. You go out and you do your job.
You want us to, or you've asked Flynn here to pursue these crystals. Do you think you could point us in a direction to where to start?
I couldn't definitively point you to a direct location. I do know that the trapping of souls within crystals is a typical practice of the army of Kaldur. I know not of Ondale or Genboldir using this type of ritualistic magic for the past several hundred years, as now new ways of capturing prisoners has been developed. I know Kaldur is probably the only one that you would be able to find that still practices this ritual.
Right. I kind of give Flynn a look of well, we're in the shit now. Flynn, if you want to seek out answers on this, and looks like we're gonna have to cross the border.
Yeah, well, it seems like this is the next step for me, so if you want to come, you're more than welcome to.
Last time I went over there, I used a teleportation circle. Miss Mallaroo, do you have access to anything like that?
I have access to several teleportation circles. It just depends on where you want to go.
Well, we had talked about maybe going to where we found them in the first place and starting from there. Right?
Okay, where was it that you found them?
We found them in Blackpool.
Unfortunately, I don't have a teleportation circle directly to there. I only have teleportation circles at the moment directed towards major cities and establishments, as Blackpool is not one of those. I'm afraid you might have to do some traveling on your own. The teleportation circles to Kaldur have also greatly decreased since the start of the war, so you're going to have to pick and choose very carefully if you want to make your way over to Kaldur.
Right. Do you have a map of all the teleportation circles and so that we can figure out the best route?
Yes, I do. If you would like to see that. And she walks over to her cabinet over in the corner, and she sifts through some papers, and she pulls out a map and a little scroll, and she rolls it out onto her desk, and you see there are sort of these lines connecting from Addersfeld out and to other cities, and from other cities connecting out to other cities, and sort of creating this web on this map. And you can see each of the lines is almost fluid in motion. It wasn't just created with regular ink, but it's almost flowing on the page itself.
I'm gonna march my way over there, lean over and look at it, and then immediately stand back up and turn to Flynn. You're in charge, right, Flynn? So maybe you should look at the map.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll walk over and take a look as well. Yeah, I'll look for where Blackpool is and see if there's anything close.
Okay. So you look over to Blackpool, and you can see Blackpool is sort of within this cluster of rivers. You know that it is mostly marshland, and there's not really a huge establishment there. You look around on this map, and you can see these lines of this web extending to quite a few places within Ondale. You can see them stretching all over the continent, all over the country. And you see the same sort of thing going to Ganboldir, and there are a couple of, quite a few lines going to different cities there. You see the lines going all the way to the east over to Freywood, and you see very few lines, maybe one or two going over there. And you look to Kaldur, and it's slim pickings over in Kaldur, as most of the teleportation circles have been locked off from the war. You do see one, however, the closest is going to be a teleportation circle that will take you to Endoria. This is a decent-sized city just south of the Raging Woods.
And looking at the map, looking at Eldoria and Blackpool, the distance between those, is that shorter than the distance between where we are now and getting to Blackpool?
Looking at it, it's pretty similar. I would say Addersfeld is a little bit closer to Blackpool. Yeah, looking at the map, Addersfeld is a little bit closer to Blackpool than Endoria is.
Olma, it looks like maybe we might be better off just walking from here. A lot of these teleportation circles will take us farther away to Blackpool than we are now.
Oh. Weird, because there is a teleportation circle there. I just don't know why we don't have access to it. Oh, well.
Mallory, why don't we have access to the teleportation circle in Blackpool?
When places are at war, access like that gets restricted.
No, I guess that makes
Precisely.
Ceallach looks at Melleru like, am I really the only adult here? just a wide-eyed glance.
But why is there a war?
I don't think that's for me to answer.
You don't know why there's a war?
Well, I do know why. The old gods were overthrown by the new gods, and sides were taken.
These gods seem like more work than they're worth.
I would tend to agree with you.
Olma, we wouldn't be here if not for the aid of the gods, so...
I don't think the gods have ever helped me.
They literally just did. Just today.
How?
I asked them for directions, and they sent us here.
Oh, well...
You wouldn't have your 50 gold if it weren't for the gods.
I collected Kerr all by myself. I don't need the gods to collect Kerr for me.
Right, but he wouldn't be worth anything if there was no one to pay for him.
Melleru paid for him, not the gods.
But the gods are the connective tissue, don't you see? Between you and me and Flynn and March, there's nothing between us except the gods. Otherwise...
Is this a conversation that needs to happen in my office, or would this be a
Melleru,
conversation
you could
for
stand
outside
to learn
my
from
office?
this as well, I think. This is important stuff. But, fine, I take your point. We've trespassed on your time long enough. Flynn, do you have anything else you need to ask before we take our leave?
No, I don't think I need anything else. I'll head out, and we'll let you get back to your work, Melleru. Thank you again.
It was so nice to
You're
meet you,
welcome.
Melleru. I hope I get to see you again.
And she just gives you a nod.
Then I'll bow and head out.
As I'm being pulled out of the office, I want to say, if I find any more of those evil, no good, rotten, dirty, rotten, as I'm being pulled, Hollow Guard thieves, I'll make sure to send them your way.
I just look down bashfully and then just give a nod.
I'm going to be the last one out, kind of looking around the room again, and look back at Melleru, give kind of just a quick nod, and walk out the door.
Okay. And by the time you guys walk out the door, she has already sat back down at her desk and has opened a book. So, you guys step out of Melleru's office and see Shraya standing there out in the hallway.
What happened? What's going on?
We're all gonna go to jail, every one of us. You too, you better fly away now before they send you to jail.
Oh my goodness! I just start to run down the hallway.
Shraya, wait, no, she's kidding.
What?
Olma, you shouldn't play with people's emotions like that. Shraya's a delicate creature.
She's a jokester.
Sorry.
She's a jokester.
Sorry.
You mean to
He's
say
only 3 years of age?
we're not in jeopardy?
No, I took care of it, and we turned everything in, and everything's just fine now. We do have a lead on these crystals, though, and if you want to come with us, we were thinking about going to check it out pretty soon.
Quick question. Did we give Melora the crystal, or do we still have it?
I've got
You
him.
guys still have it.
I refused to. I told her that she could take a look at them, but I refused to give them over to her.
Cool. But yeah, we're thinking about maybe checking out this warehouse or something. There's a boar's head and a cage. I'm not really sure, but we're probably going to go check it out.
Badgers.
Badger,
Badger's
thank
head.
you.
Yeah, Shraya, I'm in it just for, well, I think whatever we come up against there, I've never seen anything like that. Sorry, I should take a few steps back here. We learned.
So you are carrying a prison in your feathers.
Well, not anymore. I've become much disillusioned with those pieces of earth.
Do you think all crystals have prisons in them? Like, do you think your crystal, and I start looking at his pink crystal on his staff, do you think your crystal has people in it?
There are all sorts of powers crystals can possess. This one, in particular, came to me in a moment where I felt very lost, and now it's unfixed to the end of my staff.
Shraya, could you come down here for a second?
Yes, absolutely. What is it, Small?
And where were you keeping the crystals again? I just want to maybe check and make sure that there's nothing lingering.
And I just unfurl my feather, and in between some of the ribs of the wing, rather, you could kind of see this little spot that looks a little bit worn by the place where I had shoved the box.
Yeah, I'll take a look and just see. Does it look purple or disorienting or something?
Yeah, depending on what you want to do, you can either make a medicine check or an arcana check.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, hold on one sec. Arcana is a bit better, so I'll do that. And it doesn't matter when you roll a 3, so 7.
Good song.
7. You don't notice any sort of discoloration, any swelling, any differentiation in the feathers. You don't notice it.
Well, it looks good to me. So, and I kind of as I pat his feathers and pat them back down, I'm talking to the group and I'm so do we want to go now? I have some things that I might want to do in the town. Also, do we need gold? Because I may have a way for us to get a bit more if we have extra time to do something on the side.
Well, let's just take a beat here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've determined that these crystals don't contain demons, but maybe people, or I don't know, criminals at least. That's the somebody who would have had to be imprisoned to be the most general that I can be. And for some reason, Olma and March were tasked with stealing these crystals, presumably with the intent of releasing these people from their cells. And what this
I was
has to
carrying people around in my feathers?
Yeah. A lot of them.
I knew I should never have trusted putting them there. Practice more self-restraint when it comes to these gleaming bits of earth. God.
Oh wait, speaking of crystals and gems, didn't you put that bracer on?
Yes, this one right here.
I pull up the gem, it kind of glistens.
How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Yes, I've learned a great deal from these particular gems.
Do you know if they have people in them?
Not exactly, but I haven't
How can you
fully...
be sure nowadays? Like, maybe we should just assume every crystal has people in it.
What if they do? Yeah, maybe that's... Oh, man.
I haven't had the opportunity to try them to their fullest utility just yet. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to.
Are we walking and talking?
I guess we should begin walking, but I don't know where. I'm trying to suss that out with you because... I mean... When you think about it, it'd be useful to know the reason why all this stuff is happening. Why release these people? And who are they? Why are they capable of such incredible feats? You know, we threw our best stuff at what used to be your hollow guard tiefling, and he shrugged it off like it was nothing.
Because of the crystal.
Yeah.
Well, so we could go to where we found the crystal, like we talked about, or we could, we could try to figure out who hired the hollow guard in the first place, but I feel like either way we should go to the warehouse first. Like, who owned the warehouse? Who was the person who captured those people in the first place? Right? And then maybe we also have to do some investigating to figure out who hired the hollow guard? Right?
Sure. This is all new to me.
And does this have anything to do with the giant werewolf?
Right? It could be secondary. At which point...
And there's a giant man who is out of his little crypt, and we don't know where he is either.
Corvin.
Oh, no.
All right, Olma, this is...
I don't know where. There's so many things.
You can only eat a troll one bite at a time, Olma. So let's start with the first bite here. Right? We don't know anything about Corvin Aberstone and the Red Wolf besides that nobody knows anything, right? So it's just important to keep in mind that there are things in this world that just haven't been studied or explored, even by the gods. So,
I think we need a break to think this over. Also, I'm sure we're all pretty hungry. How does everyone feel about lemon pastries?
I want breakfast.
They have that too.
Full breakfast?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get some food.
Ceallach, I can't think about what to do because I'm so hungry. And it just feels like you started talking about eating a troll, and that just made me start thinking about food, and I don't know how you're supposed to eat a troll. It's too big.
Well, it's just an expression. You probably wouldn't want to eat a troll.
Probably.
Besides, they're sentient, and arguably it'd be some form of cannibalism. But it's an archaic thing. I didn't really think about it before. Breakfast sounds fine, Flynn. Late on.
Let's go. And then also, maybe we visit our old friend James afterwards and see how he's holding up.
Oh, he looked really bad when we saw him last.
I think we should check in on him. But food first.
I would very much like to eat one of his fish. Or 4.
For breakfast?
Or I could scour the town and find some fresh offerings off of a vine. I might do that too.
Eat whatever you want, right? Just not a troll, because Ceallach says they're sentient and you're not supposed to eat sentient things. What's sentient?
Don't worry about it, Olma.
But how do I know if something's sentient so I don't eat it? If I don't know what it means?
I think it's a made-up word.
Oh, okay.
Let's just go. Let's go get pastries. And I'll head out.
So you guys begin walking out of the Ironlight Castle. You guys all follow pretty closely to Flynn as these hallways are sort of a maze as you exit this building. And as you guys are walking out, the gate to the Ironlight Castle opens up. And you guys see now the bustling street that you guys had saw when you came into the castle continuing to flourish. You see now these food stalls and clothing shops, and different stores on both sides of the street are now fully open. Commerce has commenced for the day, and you guys head off towards the pastry shop. As soon as you guys get outside of the pastry shop, the door is wide open, and you guys look right in, and as soon as she sees Flynn, the lady behind the counter, the old shop owner of the bakery, waves right at Flynn and sort of kind of ushers him, inviting him in.
Hey! Guess who's hungry?
Oh, I would assume that would be you.
Me and my friends.
Oh, you brought friends. Fantastic.
Yes.
Hi, how are you all?
Hungry?
Oh, well, then you came to the right place. What would I be able to get for you all? Flynn, would you like your usual for everyone?
Yes, and also breakfast.
Yes, I can get you guys any sort of breakfast that you need. What would you all like?
What do you have?
We've got mostly baked goods. Those are sort of my specialty, but I can make anything, any sort of breakfast food that you would like. Vegetables. I've got some meats in the back. I can make you guys some nice sandwiches. Anything of that sort.
Do you have any bread crusts? Just the crusts of the breads.
I could cut some bread crusts for you. Yes.
Ma'am.
That would be ideal.
No need. I'll eat the portion that without the crust. I don't like crust, so that works out nicely.
Is crust
okay,
sentient?
No, my crust is not sentient.
I told you it's a made-up word. I told you.
Olma, Famir teaches us that all life is valuable, right? And so, if you're going to take something's life away, you should consider the repercussions, and always lead with respect. Does that make sense?
I think.
So, if you're starving and you need to eat, then you might have to eat something that doesn't deserve to be killed to stay alive. But if you can avoid it, then you can show respect to life in that way. So,
See, Flynn, so that's when you eat the troll.
Oh, okay, got it.
by showing respect to life, you show respect to Famir.
Do I want to show respect? Do I want to show respect to Famir?
You might.
Miss, do you have troll here?
I'm gonna just go get you your breakfast.
Can you add
And she sort of-
some meats and eggs onto that, ma'am? Thank you.
I think I can do that, yes. And she sort of hobbles off into the back, and she goes and makes you guys your breakfast. It takes a little while, but by the time she gets all of your guys' breakfast out, it is hot, it looks delicious, it smells great, and she puts it down right in front of you guys and says, that will be I'll round it down to 1 silver piece for the whole meal.
I got it. And I'll give her a gold.
Everyone else was silent. Just
Yeah,
staring
I'll-
at
Shoving
Flynn.
food.
Yeah, I'll give her a gold because I love this place. So I'll be like, here
And
you
that's
go.
why you're my favorite customer.
You're my favorite.
And she takes it
server.
and she takes it, she puts it in her pocket, and she goes back to serving pastries and baked goods to the other people who are here.
While she was cooking and we were waiting, I'm assuming we found a table, we sat down, we relaxed and talked about the plan a little bit. Could I look across the street where James's fisherman shop is? Do I see if he's there? Is it shut down? What's going on?
Yeah, so you look across the street and you see the doors are closed. The little front window to where you walk up and you can order, everything is closed, and
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't seem to have opened for the day.
Okay. Enjoy my meal. So what do you guys think about the pastries?
Ceallach hasn't touched his. I'm just eating the bread.
I'll do those things where like you slowly push something closer to someone every few seconds. So like I push it, during the meal, I'm just like, I push it closer.
In between me shoving things in my mouth, I'm just instinctually, as it gets closer and closer, just gonna take that as well. And go, it's yeah.
No, wait, Marge, that's not yours. That's Ceallach's.
I'm gonna take the half-eaten, just sort of hand it over, like
I'm sorry, Ceallach.
like hand
here
out
you
to
go.
Ceallach.
Give me that, Marge. Here you go, Ceallach. And I hold it up to him with wide eyes.
Sorry about the cheese mark, it's just really, really good. I'm really starving. Anybody else? How is everybody else's meal?
I take this pastry like I plucked the shards from March's shoulder, like it's a dangerous object. And I just
Flynn is just staring, wide-eyed and smiling, just waiting for you to try.
I just pull the slightest crumb off of it, and I put it in, and I just mung it for a second.
It's good, huh?
That's it. It's delightful.
The best.
What flavors are they?
Well, I like the lemon ones, but she has all kinds of flavors. But the lemon ones I think are the best.
Can you describe these pastries to me?
I imagine them to be pastries with filling, lemon meringue filling inside, almost like a cream-filled donut, but
Are they turnovers? Are they turnovers? So the crust on either side and the filling is on the inside, and it's flaky and buttery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very tasty, and they're the size of our heads, Olma.
Wow.
They're huge.
So I bit directly into the center and got the lemon curd all over my face. And I'm just licking my hands and rubbing them on to get it off.
And I look over and see Olma just that's the best way to eat it. What do you like them? You like them?
Yeah, they're really good.
We should get a few more to go. Pack them in our bags.
You read my mind. And as we're finishing, I will go up and order a few more to throw in a bag and take a little to-go bag with us. I'll buy 3. I'll buy 3 more and give her another gold.
Okay.
I'm going to lean over to Ceallach and under my breath say,
I was always worried whenever I entered a city that I'd make too much of a scene. But, I guess I don't have to worry about being the only one.
Yes, I suppose not, Shraya. You're in good company.
As we leave, I'm gonna walk over to the fisherman's shop and are there any notes or anything left? You just said it was just closed for the day?
Yeah, just looks like it's closed.
This is his shop. This is where we found the note. I don't think I remember did he say where he lived? How do we find James?
I think he told us just to find him in the Fisher's area in Addersfeld, so in the market district. He lives in the market district, which is where we are.
Would your friend...
You do see it as a 2-story building.
Maybe he's upstairs.
I'll knock. James.
Would your friend at the pastry shop, Flynn, know perhaps if he lives upstairs or lives anywhere else?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right across the street?
And I run back over to the pastry shop. Hey, is James home? Does he live there?
Yes, yeah, he lives there. I haven't seen him open shop this morning, which is strange because whenever he's not out on the river, he opens his shop every day.
Crap. And I saunter back to the group. I don't know, guys. Maybe he's not in.
I would imagine he would be in. He needs to rest. He didn't look that great, right?
Do you have a piece of paper? And a piece of charcoal?
Yes. Yeah, right here. And she hands you over a piece of paper and a quill. It looks like she takes orders on this piece of paper.
So on the quill, using the quill, I'm going to write on the piece of paper. Hi, James. It's Olma and the gang. We're just checking up on you. Bad guys are gone, and you're safe. Wanna check on you.
I'm imagining this paper starts with really big, hi, James, and then the rest of it gets progressively smaller.
Realizes that she needs to write in a smaller font. Yeah.
And I fold it up, and I'm gonna run across the street and slip it under the door.
I'm gonna ask
Oh no,
this.
I didn't tell him where to find us.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't really know where to find us. We don't know where we're going yet.
Drifters on the wind.
I'm not on the wind.
Ma'am, do you have some kind of maybe a jar of peanut butter or something for the road?
Yes. Yeah. I've got peanut butter. I've got honey. I've got jelly. I've got all sorts of things. I've got a nice cream pastry filling. What would you like?
Sure. I would take a jar of the peanut butter and jelly and a loaf of bread, if you don't mind.
Okay. And she grabs everything from behind the counter and hands you a big old jar of peanut butter, a big jar of jelly, and a couple of loaves of bread in a bag.
Many thanks. The Starlight be upon you.
Welcome.
And I'll...
and to you.
How much will that come to?
That'll be 3 copper pieces.
Done. I will give her 10 copper pieces.
Wow. Thank you.
You've done us a kindness this morning by giving us some peace on the road.
Oh, that's what I do.
Can't be that easy in a city like this.
Oh, it's not always easy, but I manage. It's helpful when I have nice customers like you all to come by.
Well, maybe we'll be back again.
Oh, I hope to see you guys all again.
Flynn, do you live here? Is there a place we could stay?
I mean, I assume so. I have my own place in Ironlight. Like, they give us a small room with a bed, and during training I have that to stay. I think you could stay in some of the bars around here though. They have inns. DM, would I know about that? If there's inns and places to stay, to lodging?
Yeah, there is. Depending on what sort of lodging you would like. What are you looking for?
Well, I would probably, when she brought that up, I'd probably just think of the medium, the middle of the road, the middle class kind of regular lodging. Nothing that's too dirty, nothing fancy, just middle of the road.
Yeah. So sort of near it's definitely in this area of the city, the lower market. There is the Deep Drowl Inn, which has offers some Deep Drowl.
Drowl, okay.
Drowl.
Mm-hmm.
The Deep Drowl Inn. It offers decent amenities. The people who stay there are generally kind and just travelers passing through. It's a pretty reputable establishment.
Well, we can go to Deep Drowl Inn. That's a decent one, and the owners are real nice.
I think we should go somewhere and figure out our next move.
Sure. I kind of want to drop something off quick. Just I know we tried doing it earlier, but we kind of didn't have time. But now I feel like we have maybe a little bit more time. I'd like to drop something off. Oh yeah, what time is it?
It is early morning, just cresting into midday.
Yeah, I want to drop something off at the blacksmith to get worked on, so then maybe I can pick it up in a few hours or by the end of the day, once we're done running around.
While we're on our way there, Flynn, maybe you could enlighten us on this work you were thinking about having us take on prior to leaving the city. You said you had an idea.
Well, so there's a place in the collective where they kind of gather all the tips and I guess requests of problems of monsters and beasts that are plaguing certain areas. And so, I mean, if we wanted to get some extra money, we could go there and just kind of help out.
But we're not part of the Ironlight Collective, so
Yes, but
are we allowed to do that?
I mean, I could get something and then we could do it. It seems like that's okay. As long as it's unofficial.
And then
Officially,
you'll
I
pay
would turn
us?
it in. Yeah.
So we're subcontractors for you.
Sure.
You'll get the job, and then you'll build a team,
Yeah.
an elite team of monster hunters.
An elite team.
And then we'll go and kill the monster with you, and then like you'll pay us to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that just kind of like the Hollow Guard. Like Ayer had to like build a team and then pay us to do jobs. So what I'm saying is the Ironlight is just like the Hollow Guard.
Well, we don't kill people.
But you kill monsters, and Ceallach said that that's sentient, and you shouldn't kill those either. So there, it's the same.
Yeah, but if something's harming people
I
and
beam
it's
it, Olma.
dangerous, and it, and if it's dangerous and it's hurting people, then we need to stop it.
Well, then maybe you should teach those animals about the gods, and then they won't kill people either, because then everyone will know that it's bad.
Well, I mean, we can try that. I don't know. It's not what I was taught, but maybe it'll work.
There's a lot of gray area in there, Olma. It's not as easy as it sounds, and so certainly, I don't mean to sneeze at Flynn's profession.
So what are you supposed to do?
Well, you just have to do your best, Olma. That's what I'm saying. Is that when it comes to matters of life, like your friend, like your hobgoblin friend there that we turned in, he's a bad sort, right? But he's a living being, and living beings are an honor to Famir, and so you have to take that into account in all dealings with them, and try to show respect.
What about living beings that kill other living beings? Do they still get the respect from Famir?
Well, what do you think? What would it say if you took a being that killed another being, and then you killed them?
Well, what if you didn't mean to kill another being?
Aye, that's a good question, Olma. Not
Does that
everything is
mean-
done as intended.
Does that mean that Famir will never love you?
Up to this point, it's all been very practiced and just like it's been very like easy to talk about these things. But at this, I kind of like lose my train of thought, and Famir loves all creatures, Olma. And if you speak honestly with Famir, then she'll bless you with the Starlight, no matter what you've done.
No matter?
Well, as long as your intentions are good, and you try to. All beings are made of stardust, Olma, and Famir sees herself in all of us in that way.
So as long as you apologize for what you did and you're actually really, really sorry, maybe she'll forgive you?
It's not about forgiveness, it's about doing your best and honoring the opportunity you've been given on this plane of existence.
Okay.
So, hopefully, your friend's life can be turned around. If he finds it in himself to do good from here on, then he too can join the Stardust. And in the night sky, his soul will inhabit the cosmos.
Yeah.
And he'll look down upon us.
Yeah, Kerr, that's what we're talking about, Kerr. I hope he asks for forgiveness.
You don't have to ask for forgiveness, Olma.
You don't?
It's given as long as you're, as long as you do good from there on.
Okay, so that means we can't kill monsters, Flynn. I'm sorry. We have to do good from now on. We can't kill any monsters.
I'm gonna let out just sort of a loud snort, like, sure.
Olma, if something's trying to kill you, then there's a little wiggle room there, you know. Pamir wants you to be alive.
Okay, now I don't understand. This is a lot. This is very complicated now. So, like,
Olma, if you can spare something, then spare it, right? But if you're unable to, then you know life is messy.
So
it's
these
hard.
monsters that you're contracted to go and capture, you can just capture them. You don't have to kill them.
DM, do I know? Normally we just take them out, right? Like we don't normally capture them.
Yeah. Normally you go and you kill.
Yeah. Well, normally, Alma, the things that we go out, we take them out. We kill them because they're dangerous and they hurt people.
But Flynn, you didn't kill the wolf. And you could have, but you didn't.
It's a good example, Olma.
Yeah, not all monsters, but most.
But like maybe everything can be treated like the wolf. Like maybe they'll all turn into goblins if you just like take their crown off.
I'm starting to see that.
I just grin from ear to ear. This is the happiest anybody has ever seen Ceallach in this time.
So.
But if they don't have a crown, then you can kill them, right?
Metaphorically speaking.
Unless they're
a metaphorical crown? What's a metaphorical crown?
Oh, come on, Alma. You understand figurative language.
Am I getting in one of these missions or not? Or we're standing like in the middle of the
We've just
street.
Exited the
Just standing there.
I thought we were walking.
Flynn, you said
Are we
something about
grabbing a mission or are we not grabbing a
You said
mission?
something about an inn.
Yeah. Well, I think we're just standing in the middle while you were giving that lesson, and we're just kind of like listening. So are we gonna get a mission? Do we want to get an inn? I need to go to the blacksmith. What do we want to do?
Flynn, I thought we were walking to the blacksmith this whole time.
All right.
This isn't where the blacksmith is? Lead the way. This is your town. I don't know where anything is.
Well, I wanted to wait until if you wanted to get a mission from the Ironlight.
We can always get a mission later if you want to get a mission later. Jeez, just go drop off your stupid bag.
Hey, Alma, calm down. I don't know why you're getting so mad. And we head to the blacksmith.
We go to the blacksmith.
Oh boy.
Okay. And as soon as you open the door to the blacksmith, the little bell on the door rings,
Ding, ding.
and you hear from behind the counter, "Hey, I'll be with you in 1 second." Yeah. Okay, let me just get that. Okay, just move this over here. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll be right out. Okay. And the door to the back room opens, and you see Dodd Fletcher, who you had spoken with earlier.
Hey, Mr. Fletcher, it's Flynn.
Hey, Flynn, what can I do for you?
Well, I was here earlier, yesterday, I think. And I pull off my backpack and I slam it down onto the table. And I pull off my short sword off my belt and it drags a little bit on the ground as I pull it up. So, and I take off my bow and I put it on the table. And then I take off my quiver and I put that down as well. So, I want to take this sword and I hold it in the sheath and I just smush it against the side of the backpack. And I want it to be right there and stay there no matter which direction it faces. And then I pick up the bow and then smush it on the other side of the backpack. And I want the bow to be on this side and the same thing. I just want it to not move. And I pick up the quiver of arrows and smush it in between the bow on the same side. And the same with this quiver. I want to put it right there and make sure that it doesn't move as well. So that basically they're on the sides of either of my backpack. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can do that. How quickly do you want this thing to be done?
As soon as possible. How is the quickest you can do it?
I can get it done by probably tomorrow morning.
Sorry, what?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. Alma, did you hear what he said?
No, I didn't understand any of that. Ask him if you can pick it up tomorrow.
Can I pick it up tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll probably be able to make it up tomorrow.
And I look at Olma just like with like what the fuck kind of expression.
Alma shrugs. Did she see him nodding his head? Yes or no?
I just go into my bag as I'm still confused, but like, and I pull out 2 gold. Will this work?
For tomorrow, it'll probably be about 10 gold.
And I go back into my bag and I pull out 10 gold. Okay, tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay. And I place the gold on there. Thank you.
He grabs all of your stuff off of the counter and
Great.
sort of hucks it over his shoulder and goes back into the back room.
And I turn back and like, questionable thumbs up to my party. I think tomorrow morning I can pick my stuff up.
Maybe you just sold it to him and paid for it.
Shit. Well, oh fuck.
I guess we'll just find out tomorrow, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if we wanted to do a job, I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, because Flynn's
that's
now
your
without
equipment.
anything, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else we need to
you have
take care
nothing.
of in the city?
You have nothing.
No, I don't have my backpack. I don't have my any of my weapons.
It's okay, Flynn. I'll protect you.
Thanks.
I'm going to just reach back and pull out one of my javelins and hand it to Flynn and just say, I just hold this. Things have been weird in
Sure.
this city, and just can you hold that? I know it's a little tall.
So this
but
is
just-
a Goliath-sized javelin, right? Deanna?
Mark,
Oh yeah, this
Mark.
thing is huge.
Can
I
you hold
try to hold it in
it?
my hands, and they just immediately fall down to the ground.
Can you
and
use
I,
it as a walking stick?
I don't know. I put my arm around it and try and carry it like a piece of 2x4.
I don't think that's very safe.
And then I try and do the walking stick thing. Does that work? Is it still too big to use a walking stick? I'm only 3 feet tall.
I'm gonna have you make a strength.
Yeah, sure.
It also might be kind of weird to walk through a city with a javelin out. I don't know what kind of city this is, but sometimes they don't like having weapons out.
A strength, just a straight strength.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
It's gonna be dragging. It's gonna be dragging on the ground a little bit.
Does anyone maybe just have like a dagger?
Fine.
I mean,
have
I
a
don't
dagger,
need.
But I told you I'd protect you. Do you not believe me?
Sometimes, your magic's a little unpredictable, Olma.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna hurt you.
That's
Olma,
true.
you had a third eye for a few while.
Did
there.
I hurt anyone with it?
True.
Mentally, yes.
Yeah, that's embedded in our brains forever.
Ugh. I pull out my dagger from my pocket or from my belt loop and I hand it over.
I'll take the
Oh.
javelin back and shoot it again and go, if anything happens, though, use everybody else's stuff.
Before I hand it over,
Sure.
I do like some fun little like twirls around my hands. And this is the first time anyone's seen me like twirl a bunch of knives quickly.
Ooh.
And I just hand it over.
Well, that's cool. Can you teach me that?
No!
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
kidding. I can teach you if you want.
Oh,
to learn. Your face was so funny though. You got so sad.
You're convincing. Anyway,
She can't eat a pastry without getting it all over her face, but she can operate a fine weapon.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys exit the Scholar and Beggar Arms,
ooh.
where are you guys headed?
I would like to do 2 small shopping things. I want to buy some rubbing alcohol to clean my new armor. I want to just get some supplies to clean it.
Okay.
And
And-
then I don't know what everybody else wants to do, but just a strange curiosity I have. When we first came into the city, there was a burned out building, and I just wanted to take a look at that and see what was going on. But that's all I have on my docket.
Okay. After a couple minutes of looking around, you're able to find a shoe shop, actually, just a little bit down the road. That's got all sorts of stuff to keep your armor nice and shiny, and you're able to find some rubbing alcohol and whatever you would need to clean your armor.
Cool.
And that would just be 1 copper piece for that.
Nice.
Do you need to sell your other armor as well? Did you do that already? I can't remember.
I can. I have it.
Extra gold.
Just tucked away. Sure, I would sell that. DM.
Okay.
I could do that in the
you would
Scholar
actually,
and bigger arms.
Yeah, you would actually be able to do that there.
Okay.
So what kind of armor is that?
It's
that
just
you're
a
selling?
leather armor.
Just a leather armor. Okay. That is going to be... He'll give you... Let's just say he'll give you 5 gold pieces for that.
Nice. Thank you kindly, sir.
Yeah, whatever. Come again.
Light be upon you.
Yeah, 2, I guess.
So, I bought some potions of healing last time. But I used them. Do you think we need more, or?
I came
I
in
think-
handy before.
Yeah, be a good idea for you to have them on you.
Yeah, having like 1 or 2, it might be a good idea.
Okay. I think I bought them around here somewhere. Do you remember, Ceallach?
Right, they're over in the upper market. I think was where we got them before. So,
Is there
Give it
anywhere
a shot.
nearby, do you think? No, just in the upper market?
Yeah, Ceallach and Flynn, you guys would know, Ceallach especially, probably just in the upper market. The lower market does not deal in any sort of magical items.
Okay, well, maybe we can make our way over there. Is that going to pass the burning building you wanted to see?
DM.
Let me look at the map here real quick.
Yeah, if anything, we might be able to just take like a long route to hit the
Right.
burning building and
Because
kind of
it's
like
in a circle. The city.
yeah, just like a wide trek around.
Yeah, so you guys are currently in the lower market. The upper market is sort of on the other side of town. Just past that would have been the burned down building. So sort of within the same vicinity.
Cool. So we'll head that way, and I would like to use city secrets to find some like alleyways that I think will head in the right direction.
Ooh, okay.
And me and my whole party will move there twice as fast.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Urchin.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky.
So yeah,
Nice.
in no time, you guys are able to move over to the upper market. And as you guys look around, immediately, like the clothing of the people here changes. Definitely more upscale. Some of the smells that you smell from the restaurants are a little bit more, a little bit stronger, and you can really smell a lot of the ingredients that are going on here. And you can see more magic shops off on either side. But you guys enter a magic shop, and depending on how many healing potions you want to get, here they are going to be 40 gold apiece.
Ah! Here? As opposed to where else can I buy them?
Another city.
Oh.
DM, would Flynn know if that's a good price for healing potions?
Yeah, Flynn would know that that's actually a little bit below
Cheaper?
standard, a little bit cheaper. Yeah, that would be in Flynn's experience.
Yeah, so as Flynn kind of walks into this magic shop, since we haven't really been to anyone in a while, he'll walk in and kind of like just breathe in the smell of the magic shop and like kind of like kind of give like a smile of like recognition of like, oh man, all right, and kind of look around and kind of just see how this shop is set up, kind of take it in and kind of see similarities and differences and whatnot. How does this one look? Like, is it?
This one looks actually pretty minimalistic in that it's got like one of everything displayed on the shelves. And everything is like very well spaced, and everything is like sort of perfectly aligned on the shelves. And you go over and you actually see a variety of different potions and spells. You see some different enchanted armors. You see some enchanted weaponry, and just all sorts of magic items, components, things of that sort.
Yeah, I'll compare it to like, I don't know, other shops that I've seen, the shop I know, and kind of, is it high quality kind of stuff?
Yeah, it looks very high quality.
What's it called?
This is called the Tomb Keeper.
In terms of their components, would you say they're, are they mineral based, or they're herbs, or they're, Shraya starts looking around, thinking that he's running low on some of the natural components that he'd been gathering in the Shadow Timberland, and now that he's away from there, may want to find a couple more things.
Yeah, sure. So the Tomb Keeper stocks pretty much all the sort of components that you would like. You do see piles of like crushed gems in the corner, gem dust. That might catch your eye. You do see full gems as well. You see a couple like different sized diamonds and that sort. And then a little bit down the shelf, you start to see more like plant material components.
Great. I'm going to. Are there any like kits like arranged in like a mineral kit versus an herb kit, or is everything kind of a la carte?
Everything looks pretty a la carte.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna look for some feldspar. I'm gonna look for some moon seeds. I'm gonna look for a little bit of brimstone and some powdered iron.
Okay. I am going to have you send me that stuff.
Okay.
And I will let you know later how much it all costs.
Fantastic.
I'm going to buy one potion because that's all
One
I
potion.
can afford.
Yeah, I'll walk up with her and take a look at these potions.
Okay.
And kind of, it's a really nice shop.
Thank you.
Really set up. I like how it's just one thing, kind of shows off the product a lot more. But I mean, these potions, I feel like they look a little bit, I don't know, off. I know you're doing 40. Would you be able to do any lower? Because I've seen them be filled a little bit more.
I guarantee you these potions are not off in any sort.
I mean,
I made them myself, and I guarantee you they're the highest quality.
Yes, well, I mean, from my experience, I mean, the ones that I'm more familiar with making and helping set up, they look a little bit more red than these ones. So I guess I'm just a little bit worried that they may not be as potent.
I guarantee you they do their job perfectly. I have sold these to many adventurers and healers and people of medicine, and I have never once gotten a complaint of their potency.
Well, would you take 35?
Make a persuasion check.
Would my backstory give me advantage?
Yes, that would.
Oh! I'm not kidding. 15, natural 20. Woo!
Hey,
So, that is a what check?
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Total of 20, because I don't add anything. But
All
natural
right.
20. And I'm like holding it up and looking at it as I'm like saying this. I'm not really looking at her. I'm looking at the potion, being like, and I'm like switching it around, kind of like a fine wine. Yeah, it looks a little like, I don't know, just like watered down.
I guarantee you it is not watered down, but I would be able to do that price if I could request that you return once you are satisfied with my product.
Sure.
Perhaps purchase some more in the future.
Yeah, of course. If this works, then we have a solid place of getting potions.
Okay, then I will take that price.
All right. And I don't know if Olma, are you paying or if I'll pay, but it's 35 now.
I got it. I can still only buy one.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
All right.
And I'll hand it over to Olma.
Thank you.
All right.
It's just a potion of healing.
Yes. Potion of healing. So now you've got your healing potion. Shraya, you've got your brimstone, iron dust, felspar, tallow, twigs with thorns, and moonseed.
What will, in your form of exchange, cost me?
All of those components together will be 22 gold pieces.
22 gold pieces? Wow, it's almost everything I have. Well...
But since you are buying the potion along with it, and your friend over here guaranteed that you would return and be returned customers, I would be able to give you a discount on that if that suits your needs.
That would be fantastic. I'd very much like that.
Call it 50% off, 11 gold.
That's sure thing.
And I reach into my little pack and pull out the gold from the... And then I hand it to him, and then...
Thank you. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Is that what the word is?
And pleasure with you as well. All right, so is that all of the shopping that you guys would like to do here? I know Shraya got his components, Flynn got his stuff, Olma got potions.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go to the inn, I think is what we want to set up, right?
In the magic shop, March will have been kind of pressed against the back wall, and she'll have sort of taken a step forward wanting to say something, but then pulled herself back out and not said anything whatsoever, just sort of taking it all in, and then she's going to be the first to exit and stand outside.
And actually, as you guys are stepping away, the woman who is at the counter here, excuse me, would you, excuse me, you, and she points over at Ceallach. And you, Ceallach, seeing you, she says, I just sold many of these same products, the potions and a lot of these components. I sold some to the temple earlier this week. You should be well supplied. Have you all run out already?
Oh, I'm just window shopping. We're not. These are some friends of mine, but they're not associated with the temple in any way.
Okay.
He's showing us the
just thought
best
it was
place to
strange.
go, and he recommended this place, so...
Right.
Well, I appreciate that. Any of service I can be to the temple, I am happy to produce.
Oh, we've always treasured your contributions. It's an invaluable service.
Of course, and I would appreciate you taking that word back to your higher-ups.
Of course, by the Starlight, I'll alert my Folgers to make sure that our community is well aware of the good work you do here.
Thank you. And I would very much enjoy seeing you all here again. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll come back for sure. I just hold my hand up and like a half-hearted salute and make my way out of the shop.
Yeah, as we're like walking, as soon as we're kind of like out of the door, I'll kind of like walk up, hearing that while I'll walk up to Ceallach and, man, that was probably one of the weirder magic shops I've been to.
That's a perfect. How many magic shops have you been to, Flynn?
A lot.
What was weird about it to you?
Well, the shopkeep mainly.
Well, yeah, Their social grace isn't their the quality that they're bringing to their work. It's mainly the actual ingredients and the. I appreciate that they make them there in the shop and they're not just bottled and shipped over here. That you can guarantee the craftsmanship.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's almost too clean.
That makes you suspicious.
I don't know. This is weird. I mean, the other ones that I've been to, they're just like, I don't know, more homey feeling. But maybe that's just from where I'm from.
Well, to do business in this area, and I sort of gesture to the
I smile. Yeah,
the nice places around. You have to purport a certain amount of esteem, and that comes with a callousness. Because you want to appear refined.
Yeah, definitely not my taste.
Yeah, aesthetic has its place. But I appreciate what you're saying. Certainly, the kindness of the bakery owner is not wasted.
Nothing about these crowded settlements seem homey to me.
Very true.
I'm gonna walk up to March while they're talking. March, are you okay? You seemed kind of off in there.
Yeah, it's fine. Haven't been inside a magic shop in feels like forever. Did you get everything you needed? You good?
I mean, I could always use more, but I don't have any money, so it doesn't matter. Why is it so weird for you in a magic shop?
Once upon a time, I tried to dabble, but it's just tried to do tiny little things. Not at your level, Olma. Never at your level.
Like magic, but you do things still. You heal and like you gave me that, made me feel a little bit more powerful the other day. I mean, you do stuff.
Yeah, those are the to make sure that everybody else is okay. There were other things, and perhaps if I continue on the path, things are different, Olma. Things are different than they were in my youth, and things are different than I was a long time ago. I mean, I used to do more things. I think I've just forgotten.
And it makes you uncomfortable to be in magic shops because of it?
It's, you kind of look around and I sort of just... It's like I know it's there. I know it's in my mind. I don't necessarily know if I want to revisit that time.
So it hurts you to go into magic shops because it makes you miss everything you could have done? Did you want to open a magic shop? Is that what you wanted to do?
That's it, Olma. It's true. I did want to own a magic shop. I actually wanted to call it the Tomb Keeper as well, so that just really hurt me a little bit as well.
Wow! Maybe she took the idea from you.
She probably did. I'll probably go kill her later, but...
No, don't. March, we're not supposed to kill people,
I'm not
remember?
supposed to kill anybody. Not supposed to kill anybody. It's okay.
I'm sorry you didn't get to open your magic shop. But, hey, I wouldn't have met you if you opened a magic shop, right?
It's pretty true. It's pretty true. And maybe one day, hey, things will happen.
Maybe.
Things happen. I'm sure I just need more rest. You know how I am. I always enjoy a good deep sleep. And I know we got some sleep, but now I've eaten all that food and I could sleep again, but that's just me.
Right, well, I think we're going to go find the inn, but we should check out that building first, right? I think that's where Ceallach wanted to go now.
Yes, the burned down building. Ceallach, do you remember the burned down building where you were talking about?
Yes, it was just close to the entrance. We can just spare a passing glance. I just, I don't know, it struck me as a change from what I remembered about the city.
Let's look at it. I mean, your instincts usually are on on point and on top of things, so no harm giving it a look at.
As you guys are walking through the upper market and you guys are on your way over to the burned down building, Ceallach, with your passive perception, you guys are walking down this street and you notice walking towards you, sort of in the opposite direction of you guys, you notice 3 figures, all talking with each other, all in very familiar robes to you. You see one man in the middle and 2 and 1 on either side of him. The man in the middle looks to be maybe like in his mid-40s, short brown hair, clean shaven, fairly skinny, and you see a distinct tri-ring tattoo in the center of his forehead. You immediately recognize this as Ka'a Malcolm. And as they're walking down, you see the Ka'a says to the other 2, sort of as they're walking, and he says, "And then I said to him, 'No, let her light shine upon you.'" And then the other 2 on either side of him, oh. And they are continuing to walk towards you guys, not seeming to take note of you yet.
Who notices this person?
Ceallach.
I will, will try to hide behind March. I will, just as subtly as I can, just kind of drift to the opposite to try and put March between me and Malcolm.
Okay.
I'm gonna sort of like turn around and be like, "The hell? What are you doing?"
Just don't make a fuss, all right? Just keep moving.
Oh, don't make a fuss? When yesterday you were telling me we weren't comrades, we weren't buddies, we weren't amigos? What's going on?
What does being my friend have to do with making a fuss?
You don't want me to make a fuss. So
Right,
if you want
it's a
me to...
simple thing to ask of you. And at this point, I will turn and walk in the opposite direction because I just can't be of any use to me at all. I'm just like speed walking in the opposite direction back toward the upper market district.
I would like to follow him. I don't know if my walking pace is a little bit faster than him, but ideally I'd like to follow him so I can kind of grab him on his shoulder and be like, "What is going on?"
I will keep walking to the burning building because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, me too.
Burning building.
Yeah.
Oma and I are just like side by side, just like
Do-do-do-do.
because we're easily able to like weave between the crowds and
Yeah,
stuff.
like arms like hooked with each other, just like.
So March and Ceallach, as you guys are walking through the crowd, I'm going to have both of you guys make just a general dexterity check to see who is moving faster and weaving through this crowd.
17.
March rolls a strength check. Push me.
Oh shit, I got 17 too. Dexterity,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. March, you don't catch up to him, but you're keeping perfect pace with him. And as you follow him, Ceallach, how far away are you walking?
I mean, can I have an eye out for Malcolm to see if I'm able to make distance? Or
Yeah, make a perception check.
okay. 12.
12. Knowing the robes very intimately, you can sort of look over your shoulder, and as you are going back on into the upper market, you sort of take a turn and you sort of catch a glimpse of him as him and the other 2 in the robes take a turn in the opposite direction and continue walking away from you.
All right. Oh, then I'll turn that corner and just sort of like lean behind the nearest obstruction, I guess.
I'm gonna try and make myself seem big to like getting. Am I able to sort of understand that he's trying to hide or do anything from either something or someone?
It's pretty apparent that he's at least trying to get away.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of just like make myself look a little as big as I can, and then just be like, do you want to tell me what the hell's going on?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Tell me what the hell is going on.
No.
Okay, so would I have been able to identify that he was looking at these people?
Make an insight check.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever done that. Oh, that's 21.
Oh, shit.
21.
God damn.
Yeah, you caught his eyes looking at these three people, and you also took note that the robes that they're wearing, while much nicer and much cleaner than Ceallach's, do seem to be the same type of robes.
Was I able to identify this, or did I see the tattoo on his forehead?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's got his hair sort of cut back, so it's a very apparent tattoo.
Okay, so then I'm going to say in a very loud voice, even though they're farther away, I'm going to say in a loud voice, "Hey, Mr. Dude with the thing on the tattoos on your forehead and those robes, Mr.
Are
Man?"
you mad, woman? And I grab her and I like, as she's bigger than me, but I'm gonna try and pull her like out of sight.
Okay. Ceallach, I'm gonna have you make an athletics check.
Oh, no.
Do it.
I need your dice. This is 7.
7.
Roll
Okay,
different ones. You have so many.
I know. I keep switching.
You grab March, and you yank, but she doesn't go as far as you want. But March, he's yanking you away.
Okay, so I'll stop if you explain. Mr. Dude, the ringy on...
If you want to die, keep talking, March. But otherwise, shut up. Shut your mouth.
Oh, there's death involved. I like where this is going. Explain. They look similar. They're wearing... You guys are clear. You know who they are. Your fancy robes that you've always got. Are they friends, brothers, family? People we don't? Are they bad people?
They're people who you don't want to interact with in this city with me around, right? So if you want to go chat them up, feel free. But I cannot be seen by them.
Hey, look.
And if you want everything to go on smoothly from here, then your best bet is to stop what you're doing right now.
Look, I'm just making sure, and I want to just protect Olma, and I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud, but it also has involved Flynn and Shraya and you now. I want to make sure everybody's okay. So you need to tell me who they are, what threat they give to us as a party beyond just you, so that I can help whatever it may be. You know, Olma, if she even remotely gets an idea that you are avoiding this person, she's immediately going to do this far worse than I am. Just give me a quick 12-second, 15-second rundown. That's all I'm asking.
They're people that I used to know who don't want me in Addersfeld.
Why don't they want you in Addersfeld, Ceallach?
Because the starlight doesn't shine on everyone. And it certainly doesn't shine on me.
You're very good at cryptic.
That's all I'll say on the matter, March.
All right, look, you're saying that these people, you're saying that if any of us are found with you, you're saying that this could involve death. Is that correct?
It would at least be expulsion. But I don't know what they're capable of.
Okay, well, if they're wearing the same robes, you're wearing robes, I don't think I'm going to fit in your robe, and I think my jacket might be just a little too big for you, but I can throw your jacket over, and you can wear my jacket to try and seem... I'm just thinking of ideas here.
Just let me keep my head down, and we can just move on past the temple district. They're probably going into the church, and from there, we'll need not deal with this any further.
Fine. It's fine. But if you get any inkling that they're about to start some shit, you tell, not just me, you tell all of us immediately. Understood?
Sure, of course.
I know you're not about killing people, but if somebody's even remotely going to harm Olma, or Flynn, or Shraya, maybe you. But if they're going to do any of that, I will have to intervene. And I will not stand by while they harm any of you. So let's just go quietly. But if they're going to try and do some shit, then... And I'm just going to kind of like hold my hands like... I don't want to see you hurt, even though you don't believe in, any of that, or friends.
If you want, March, you can go on ahead and just let me make my way. I'll go the other way around. Right?
Oh,
if you're not with me, then these people won't think twice about seeing me.
No, you're coming with us. Come on. Have we at any point ever left any of us?
We've split up when it's strategically sound to do so. And that's what I'm proposing here.
But nobody has gone individually, with the exception of Flynn leaving us and then coming back with shiny tattoos.
Right, so,
You're going to get tattooed, is what you're saying?
I heard it's very in fashion to have your own name tattooed on your arm. So, who knows, I might check it out.
Then great, Kaylee, go ahead. I'd like you to get your entire name tattooed all along your chest.
Look, either way, standing here is not doing us any good.
All right, let's go. Let's walk and talk and just...
Let's not talk. Let's just keep to the shadows as best we can and move on.
Fine. Let's get with everybody else, because I'm sure at this point, the three of them have to be looking around, realizing that we've just booked it in the opposite direction, wondering what's going on.
I can't wait to see this burning building. Maybe we'll
Actually,
find something
this
cool.
this is the shop I went to get my armor kind of sized down a little bit. They're really good if you ever need to. Yeah. And then this place has the best beers.
Why do I feel like Shraya is starting to realize it, but Olma and Flynn are like, woohoo!
Yeah, I'm just like doing the tour thing, like
unsupervised children.
Yeah. And so we're just, I don't know if we make it to the place. Yeah, but that's what we're doing.
You guys made it to this building.
Wow.
What does it look like?
It looks like it was like probably an inn of some sort, possibly like with a tavern down at the bottom. It looks like it was 3 stories high. Most of the 3rd story is completely collapsed in on itself. A good portion of the 2nd story as well. And then the 1st floor is just completely burned, char everywhere, and probably structurally unsound.
I'm gonna walk up to the an entry point. I'm assuming there's probably many because it's burnt, and I'm gonna kick the wall. Say, hey, do you think it's safe to go inside?
No.
What happens when I kick it?
Make an athletics check. Actually, roll damage. I'm gonna have you do an unarmed strike. Roll damage.
An unarmed strike.
Yeah.
For me or? Yep, I guess so.
Yep.
Olma blows up the entire city.
5.
5 points of damage? Holy shit.
5 points of damage.
So you kick the wall, and the whole ceiling, like a layer of ash, just falls from the ceiling.
Ooh.
Wow.
DM.
Hey, Ceallach, what are we supposed to be doing? Wait, where are they? Where'd they go?
I'm walking inside.
And I turn around to look at, I turn around to look for the rest of the party, and they're not there. And then I turn back around and I see Olma walking inside. I'm like, oh, fuck it, and I go in with her.
So the last time I went into a burnt area, I tried to look to see if the fire was magical damage or not. Like if I thought that the fire seemed like fire that I can cause, or whether it seemed like it was like a log that caught fire, or like an alcohol bottle that exploded. I would like to do that here.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
10.
10. You don't know exactly where this fire originated or what was used to start the fire. You just determined that probably not arcane. It doesn't look like it burns in a similar way that your fire does.
Okay, does it remind me of the basement that we found, that March and I found?
You can't tell.
Okay.
With a 10, you wouldn't be able to tell.
What are you looking for?
I was just trying to figure out how this fire could have started. Like, if it was just an accidental fire, or if it was on purpose.
Huh.
Can I look around? I want to look for shiny things, or like papers that didn't get burnt, or like parch, or like writing of some kind.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Yeah, when she mentions that she's trying to figure out if it's like how it was made, I'll start looking too, and like see if I can figure out maybe how it was started. I don't know if that's something Flynn can even do, but he'll start like kicking things around, looking for like a
You can also make an investigation check.
An origin or something. Sure.
14.
14. Looking around, you notice a couple things. So off in the corner, you can see that there's what was probably once some glass shards, but with the fire, it looks like some of this glass has sort of melted and fused together a little bit. Looking around, you also notice off in one of the other corners, you notice sort of like a coat rack that has been mostly burned, but on the ground you see a couple articles of clothing, and looking at them, they appear to be like possible military uniforms.
Hey, Flynn. Flynn, come
as
over
I'm
here.
like kicking
Come over
stuff,
here.
and I what? And I like come up from one of the desks, and I have a like smudge on my face from like ashes. I got a total of 20 on my investigation check, but I'll look my head up, and I'll walk over there. What do you see? What's this?
Do those look like the things that soldiers wear?
And I'll go over and I'll just pick it up. Is it like a suit of armor or like a uniform, like clothes? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's not armor necessarily, but with your investigation check, you would know definitively that this is like the jacket with the insignia of an officer in the army of Ondale.
Oh, this is like the officers for Ondale. Like, and I'll point at the insignia. Is it just the clothes?
It's just a jacket. Most of it is burned. Like the whole left side of it is charred.
But it's not.
And
there's not a body.
With your
in
investigation check, no,
Okay,
there's not a body. It's just the jacket. With your investigation check, you also would have noticed just some like mostly burned, just like some corners of a couple pieces of paper. And on one of them, you do notice the insignia of the army of Ondale.
Okay.
Just like the corner of it, most of it's been burned.
It's just I'll pick up the paper, and I guess it like was under the clothes. I'm like, oh, and I'll pick that up. Is it just the symbol, or is it like have writing on it once I pick it up and take a look at it?
So it's the corner of a piece of paper, and it just has like the corner of the insignia on it. You just recognize like maybe a quarter of the etching.
I don't know what this means.
Do you think maybe they burnt the place down because there were military officers here?
Yeah, maybe that's what. Maybe it was like it was like a spy mission to take out.
Oh my gosh!
The enemy.
So you mean like Keldur came over here?
Maybe. Should we go up to the second floor?
To Ondale? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are
but
there
be
stairs?
careful. Be careful. I'm gonna kick the stairs.
I don't think I should be in this building if you all are actively trying to tear it down.
Oh shit, Shraya, I forgot you're here.
Hey, Shraya.
Hey.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just making sure it's stable.
Another layer of ash falls from the ceiling. At
shake
this
my
moment,
head. Shake that head.
Ceallach and March, you guys approach this building.
Can I look around, and do I anywhere see those people that had flustered Ceallach?
No. Those were quite a ways back in the upper market. You guys are sort of, this building actually is pretty much right up against the wall, the outer wall of the city.
Okay. Ceallach, do you have any idea what this was?
Would I, from the 10 years I spent in Addersfeld?
Yeah, make a history check.
Which dice to use, though?
Not the one you've been using.
That is an 11.
An 11. You know this to have been, at one point, housing for military personnel, officers in the army of Ondale specifically, sort of the higher ups. And you know sort of where the slums are now, that used to be fully occupied by the army before they moved into a specific section of the city. This is sort of one of the remnants of when the army had taken over, or when the army had occupied a larger portion of the city. You don't know exactly how the fire was started or anything like that from your memories, but you do specifically remember that this was an officer sort of station, larger rooms and stuff like that normal infantry wouldn't be privy to.
How fresh does the fire look?
It looks pretty old. It looks like it's been sitting here for some time.
I'm assuming Olma and I walked up the stairs and are on the second floor, and that's when Ceallach and March showed up.
You guys are just heading up the stairs. You would have been able to catch them as they walk.
Sure.
Up.
So, and this is just flavor. So if it can be allowed, I'll while we're up at the top of the stairs, we hear them come in, and I'll look for a little. I'm assuming there's maybe a hole or an opening from the second floor looking down on the first.
There's a large, yeah.
So I'll go up to it, and as I hear them coming, I just poke my head. I'm like, "Oh, hey, Ceallach. There's some military officer clothes over there." And then I have that paper. I'm like, "Oh, here's a piece of paper with the insignia on it," and I just chuck it down, and it kind of flutters down to the floor. What else are we supposed to be looking for here?
Well, I just, it struck my curiosity because, ashes have taken on a new meaning for me as of late.
Right. Remember he did that thing with the ashes and he
Oh, right. Should we gather some of these so you can do your stuff? Do you need this? I start piling it up in a little pile.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
A little bag of it, perhaps.
I'll pile some of it up and wrap it in a piece of linen or something.
And the insignia that he's thrown down to me, it would be that of the forces of Ondale, or is it an Addersfeld?
No, it's sort of an overarching insignia for Ondale.
Okay.
So it's all the same military insignia, right? It's not different.
Yeah, Ondale. There are different sections of their army, but for the most part, they all march under one flag of Ondale.
Got it. Well, after I poke my head out, I kind of do one of those things. I poked it out, and then I'll come back and pile a little thing. And I'll do a quick look, what's on the second floor. Anything catch my eye quickly?
Yeah. So I'll just bring over your same investigation check. Okay. This looked to be, you can see remnants of a bedpost with a little cot in it off on one side, and then you can see sort of a wash area over on the other side. This was probably more living quarters than the downstairs was.
I don't really see much up on this floor. Olma, do you want to go to the last one and then maybe we can...
I look up, and isn't it like completely sky above me? Because isn't the third floor like onto the second floor? Like, hasn't it be like completely collapsed?
The third floor is almost entirely collapsed. The staircase up there is like it only has like every fifth step. Most of them are completely fallen out. So you can definitely try and get up there, but that's going to need some checks from you guys.
Do you think there's anything up there?
Maybe.
And we'll never know if we don't check.
It's the harder place to go check, so that means that less people have checked it.
Right, but if it's been forever we don't know how long this has been on fire. I mean, maybe they've already combed it dry. Maybe there's nothing up there, and we'll have done all this work for nothing. But we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Okay.
Let's go. And I'm going to try and hop up the stairs.
I'm going to have both of you guys make acrobatics checks.
Sure.
Is there any way I could, like, just fly through a top window and, like, get to the top of the structure?
Because you have wings. Yes, you can. The entire top portion of this building is completely burned away. You could pretty much fly over it and drop in from above.
I'd like to do that.
Okay.
You're cheating.
I do not need any checks from you.
Our checks. I got a acrobatics, a 17 for acrobatics for Flynn.
Okay.
I rolled really, really bad.
Oh man.
But I have plus a lot. Still just an 8.
Just an 8. Okay. Flynn, your halfling nimbleness, you can get up these stairs no problem. And there's only about like maybe 10 square feet for you to actually stand on before the floor has completely collapsed out around you. And then, Olma, as you are walking up these stairs, you're trying to get up, you step on one of these stairs and the wood completely breaks from underneath you. I'm going to have you make another acrobatics check.
Can I reach out?
To see if you can land on...
Can I try and grab her hand?
Sure. Yeah. Make a...
I'm probably fine.
I think Flynn would try and help, though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Olma, whoa!
Make it at disadvantage because there's like no
We're kind of
room
far apart,
to put your footing.
So you said what kind of check?
Make this acrobatics.
An acrobatics check, okay. A 9.
A 9. You reach out, but you are just not able to reach far enough, or you're not able to get your footing in a good place to step out. Olma, what was that acrobatics
15.
check? 15. Okay. Nice. So you land down on that second floor. You land in like a good spot to where the floor beneath you, even though the wood has like completely almost rotted out, you land in a good spot to where it doesn't collapse and drop you onto the first floor. So you land, don't take any damage, and you are fine.
Olma, are you okay?
There's a lot of dust. I'm fine. Again, and I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna run back up and do it again.
Wait! And I pull out. I don't have anything. Fuck.
No, I can do this time. I can do it.
And I'll hold my hands out.
No, I know how to do this time. I'm good. I got it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hold my hands out there if you need them.
Make another acrobatics check.
And I'm trying to give her advantage, but I'm guessing she's not taking
fine.
it.
She's too far away.
I know how to do this time, and I try to correct the mistakes I made last time, being very nimble on my feet, and I rolled a 21.
Oh,
nice. Okay. Yeah, and you hop on each of these steps, and you make it up to where Flynn is.
See, I told you I could do it.
High five.
As you guys both see Shraya sort of hovering down through the ceiling.
Yeah, we could have just done that.
No, it's cheating.
Yeah, you're right.
I could have just
You're right.
picked either of you up and taken you up
How
here.
are we ever going to learn to be on our own, Shraya, if we're always using you?
Well, I hope you aren't just using me.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
You know what I meant. Of course we're not using you. I meant, how are
I'm
we
a
ever...
being. I'm a being with feelings and emotions.
Yeah, Olma. Gosh.
Shraya, I appreciate your skills, and I think you're a very nice bird, and I like you a lot, which is why I'm trying to make sure that I can take care of myself without wings. I hope you understand that and want me to grow as well.
Yeah, this is a lesson every young being must learn. So yes.
I'm still down to have your help getting out of here, though. So, if you want to help me out, that's cool. Anyway, what's up here? Can we even walk?
Yeah, so you can, looking around here, there is about a 10-foot square of flooring that hasn't completely collapsed out. And then the floor is totally collapsed all up until the very far corner. And in the far corner, you can see about a 5-foot diameter area of floor that also hasn't collapsed. Here on this side, you can see that there is a dresser, like a wooden dresser, that the doors have completely fallen off of it. And you look inside and you can see a couple of jackets in there, these like leather jackets. And then you can also see an end table off on that other piece of flooring that hasn't collapsed on the other side of this building.
I'm going to look through the jackets and try to find one that I think will fit Ceallach and March.
Okay. You find one that would probably fit March, and it, for the most part, isn't too burned. It might need a little bit of cleaning. And then you find one that would probably fit Ceallach, but this has like some fire damage all over it. None of it is really missing, but it's like the leather of it has gotten charred. And
I grab them both and I look up to Flynn and I say, stylishly distressed.
Yeah, it's a look. As she's doing that, I kind of do my once around and I notice the end table in the far corner and the perilous journey that we're going to have to potentially take. And I'll kind of give Olma an elbow as she's like looking through the leather or the coats. And she says that, and like, yeah, it's a look. And I look over and I'm like, that's got to be where the treasure is.
Flynn, I don't think there's any treasure here.
You give
Did
it.
somebody say treasure?
Shraya, yes, thank you. And I hold my arms out. Let's go over to that end table.
All right. Hold on.
I like duck down because there's only 10 feet up here, so I'm like,
Yeah, and I grab onto his legs and hopefully make it over to the end table.
yeah, easy enough. You make it over there.
And before I get there, I say, Shraya, don't land. Just drop me. I'm light. In case it breaks.
All right.
And I'll drop down onto the little corner area with the end table.
Okay. It seems relatively stable. You probably don't want to move around too much on this thing. And as you open up the drawer on the end table, you see a little box in there. This box is probably about 6 inches by 6 inches, and it has like these metal bands going around it, and in the front the metal bands are connected together by 2 separate locks.
I hold it up. When I point at it, I like hold it up towards Alma. Alma! Told ya!
well, I'm over here. How am I
told
supposed
ya.
to open it from over there?
Told you there's treasure.
Ugh,
I
already got treasure. And I hold up the leather
Oh,
jacket.
yeah, this ratty jacket.
I give her like
They're
a
not
face.
ratty.
I give her like
They're
a
just
yeah.
a little bit burned.
And I look down over that ledge to see how far the drop is.
It's about 30 feet down.
Whoa.
35.
And I look at the. I think about dropping it to break the locks, but I'm like, no.
If only you had me over there. I can break through locks. Na 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 na.
Can you? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was trained to be a thief. Duh. It's part of the job description.
Oh. Well, that's great. Shraya! And I hold my arms out again. Completely disregarding that she was poking fun at me. It's like, oh, cool, let's do it.
I was distracted by a ruby-throated sparrow hovering in the distance.
Yes!
Shraya!
Huh?
Come back!
Ceallach and Marshall
All right.
is at the bottom like, what?
DM, while this is going on, are there human remains or anything down here? Or has it all been
No.
cleared out? Okay.
No, you don't see any bodies or anything.
Can we hear everything that's happening, even though we're on the bottom floor? Can we hear what's occurring?
Yeah, because on the second floor and the third floor, portions of the floor have completely
Are
fallen
just
out.
gone.
You can hear everything that's going on.
Okay.
My
And
fault.
Flynn, Shraya comes and picks you
Yeah.
up.
All right, let's go back to Olma. She said she can open this.
Is that
Yes,
the only thing that was over there?
That was I checked all the other drawers and everything, right?
In the bottom drawer, there was actually a pair of pants, just like standard pants, but they're almost completely burned out.
I'll rifle through their pockets. If there are pockets, I'll rifle through them, and then if there's nothing, I'll set over.
You find 2 copper.
Hey! Out of the 2 copper. Ha ha ha! And I fly as I'm flying over. I show the 2 copper, and then I drop it accidentally. God, no! Ceallach and March, you just hear like. Ting, ting.
I'm gonna look over at Ceallach and be like, does it almost sound like there's just 2 children just roaming through the halls of this
It
burned out
doesn't
place?
sound like there are, March.
All of us are children. Shraya is 3.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll land and I'll hold the box out to Olma. All right. Should we go downstairs first to do this?
Why? Are you scared?
No, I'm just here. You're right. No, I'm not scared.
Yeah, what's there to be scared of?
I look over the ledge again. Is it still really far?
Yes, it is.
Definitely not scared. And I
Right.
step on the wood to see if it's solid.
Not really.
Maybe just quickly.
Okay. I pull out my thieves' tools.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
And add my proficiency. Just add the additional proficiency, right?
Yes.
So if I already have proficiency in sleight of hand, do I add anything else?
You add
My proficiency?
no, if you've already got proficiency in that, then no, it would just be sleight of hand check.
Okay. 11.
Huh?
11. So you open up one of these locks, but it's still got a second lock on there, and this second lock you're just not
It's
able
sticking.
to figure out.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I need better footing. But this one's open. What's inside the first one? Nothing. You can't open it without the...
It's 2 locks to get open this one box.
Maybe I need more leverage.
I'll stand up. I don't know. I don't think I can.
We could go down. I mean, I need more leverage. Like
Oh,
from ground. Like
okay.
I could use more floor.
So you're scared now.
I'm not scared. I just can't get enough leverage because you're
Sure.
in my way. There's not a lot of room around here, and like you're taking up half of it.
Of course,
so
yeah. I mean, if you feel like you'd be less scared down there, we can do it down there.
Don't make me shove you off this.
You won't.
Oh, I want to though.
Should we have Shraya bring us down?
No, come on.
I don't want you to drop it. Whatever's inside could be fragile.
But I've never flown on Shraya, and I don't know if I want to.
Okay, well, let me just hold it, and I'll take it down with Shraya, so it's safe, and you can hop down, or you just give it to Shraya. Shraya, stop chasing the bird.
I was chasing a hummingbird this time, and I can't quite catch it.
Come here, we need you to bring something down.
1 sec. I'm almost. Got away. What?
Here, this is precious. Don't drop it. And I'll hand him the box with the 1 lock undone. Just bring it down. We're gonna go down on our own.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll hand him the box, and then we'll head down.
Okay, you all make your way down to the first floor.
And then I hold my hand up to high five, like, good job. Awesome. Yeah, and we'll run over to the box again, like little kids getting a Christmas present. I'm assuming.
I haven't landed yet. I'm still trying to chase the hummingbird.
Oh, Shraya, damn it!
See, I told you we should have just had it in our hands. We'd have been fine.
Yeah, we would have been fine. Shraya.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And I kind of deposit the box back where they are and then go back to trying to catch the hummingbird.
And I'll hold up my hands and...
Okay. Flynn, you got the box.
If I hold it and give you leverage by holding it, would that help?
No. I could just put it, and is the bar still there?
Which bar?
Like, is there a bar for the lodging? Like, you said it was kind of like a tavern. Is there not? No, it's not.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Part of it's collapsed, but there's a little bit of counter space.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to the counter space, and I'm gonna put it down on top of the counter space, and like angle my body in a way that like I couldn't before, and like I want to like get on top of the counter as well, and like kneel on it so that it's like by my knees, and I'm trying to open it, like trying to uncork a wine bottle that's really, really hard.
Okay, yeah.
And when she does that, while she's like there, I'm like kind of like right behind her, like looking over her shoulder, like really excited, like waiting for it to be open, like, oh no, come on, hurry up, I want to see.
I assume Ceallach and I are still sort of like standing back slightly from this, and I'm going to kind of just like jokingly turn to Ceallach and be like, oh, look, honey, they're so happy and excited. And then just like watching them do everything, but just like knowing how angry that just made Ceallach.
Ceallach just glowers and takes one step away. Just like sidesteps one step.
Yeah. Is Shraya chasing another bird now?
Yeah, oh yeah, Shraya's still.
Yes.
Olma, I'm gonna have you make. You're just trying to brute force this thing, right?
I mean, I've got my tools, so I'm trying to but I'm using my leverage now to like get the like feel the mechanism more.
Okay. Then I will have you make another sleight of hand check.
At advantage.
I'll let you roll it at advantage.
So nice.
You're
Ethan
such
is a nice DM, guys.
Such a nice DM.
Yeah, I know.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Or 25.
Okay. Nice. So, now that you got your proper leverage, you feel the mechanism of the lock come undone almost immediately as this box pops open. And within the box, you see 5 small little vials, maybe half an ounce of liquid in each. And they appear to be this like very light blue, almost like water, but like a little bit more colored in the blue. And you see these 5 vials, and next to it, laying in the box, you see a little pendant. A little metal pendant that denotes the insignia of an officer of the army of Kaldor.
Oh.
And with that is where we're going to end this session.
No!
I have so many questions.
I want to drink
That is where we're going to end this week. I had a lot of fun with that one. I hope you guys did too. And with that, we're going to end, and we can't wait to see y'all again next week. Bye, nerds.
Bye, nerds.
Bye, nerds.
Hey, this is Shane. I play Ceallach on the podcast, and I score and edit all of our episodes. Thank you so much for listening. It means the world to us. And if you like what you're hearing, please do share it with your friends and family to let them know we're doing something cool here. Thanks so much, and have a great adventure.